By the year 2017, the sheer number of deceased bodybuilders is too huge to put in a single video. They're just too numerous. In our memory, they will stay forever. Like this guy Ed von Amsterdam, or my fellow Canadian Craig Kovacs. In this video though, I'm gonna try to touch upon the most notorious death that affected the world of bodybuilding. This guy, Sonny Schmidt, although he was underrated, nonetheless he was Mr. Olympia Masters, and his death was shocking for us bodybuilders. This guy was doing battle versus the best: Lofi Rigno, Dorian Yates. Here you can see him between Jurassic Paul Dillette and Charles Claremont. Here, Flex Wheeler and another dead bodybuilder, Mr. Andreas Mauser. That guy is dead too. He was nicknamed Mr. Shreds. Extremely underrated. By far the most conditioned bodybuilder in that Olympia stage of the early 90s, baby please. And that's what led him to his grave. When he was dead, they found tumors the size of balls in his liver. From the orals, of course. From the back, he was loyal. You can see him here next to another deceased bodybuilder. May he rest in peace. Big Mike Matarazzo. This guy is a monster of the same era of the 90s. The arms were stupendous. And although he got sick years after retirement, he did attribute his heart sickness to his bodybuilding lifestyle and all the consumption of those substances back then. He was a proper giant. You can see him here next to Sonny Schmidt, the deceased guy, and also Dorian Yates. Dorian happens to be next to Momo Benaziza, another deceased bodybuilder of the early 90s. This guy beat Dorian Yates. He was attracting the light, the shadows from the back, right? He is absolutely one of the greatest of the sport of bodybuilding. He was nicknamed the Giant Killer by none other than Lee Haney. And again here, one picture with two deceased guys, him with Andreas Mauser. From the front, he was one of the only guys who do the double biceps while contracting the abs. He was absolutely marvelous. He was short, yet hard to beat from the back. Here, versus Dorian Yates and Danny Padilla. Dorian Yates is next to Nasser El Sambati. May he rest in peace too. This guy, death was notoriously shocking in the bodybuilding world. This guy was probably the most famous bodybuilder. Even in the reign of Dorian Yates, people were screaming his name louder. Nasser, he was the freak. He was the granity guy. Although genetically not gifted, he pushed it to the limit. Easily the heaviest guy on stage, yet the most hard. This guy pushed it to the limit and unfortunately led to his demise. May all these guys rest in peace.